Hi, my name is Kevin Madigan, and I'm in Dr. Atkins History 1301.760 class, and I'm here to do my Module 8 Show Me Something activity on Andrew Jackson and his emotions. A little background about Andrew Jackson was that he's the seventh president of the United States, eventually. A little bit about his childhood. He was orphaned by 14 after all his direct family died as a result of the revolution and pre-revolutionary period. This hardened him considerably, and as a result, he had a good work ethic and he grew wealthy as a measure of his success in multiple different areas. After he'd become wealthy and been a plantation owner and been in business and other sorts of things, he became involved in his local militia in 1801, and this grew an interest in military until eventually he became a general, and he was all for U.S. pride, and he is very famous for defeating the British in the Battle of New Orleans in the War of 1812. And then, sort of after military, he became very active in politics, even becoming a senator for a year, and eventually until he ran for president. His first run for president, he actually lost the election, and it was a dirty election, and he wound up losing when the Congress was able to decide the election because no one won a majority. But after that, he successfully won an election, and he ran for re-election and won that. And then something on his personal life and his emotions, and I see a good representation of all his emotions. Everything is the fact that he was known as his nickname was Old Hickory because he was old and tough. And three main emotions based on uh, my research on him is anger, compassion, and stubbornness. He had a quick temper. He was very known. He liked to duel. He dueled all the time. He retained many injuries and bullets from his duels and other battles, although he never died, and he killed many other people. Also, some other anger that I see is over his low blows at wife during his first election campaign that he lost. He, in fact, never forgave his opponent Adams for the comments that were made during the election, and as it turns out, his wife actually died 2 weeks before he would after he'd won the election, but 2 weeks before he was inaugurated, and she never lived to see him do that, and he blamed it directly on some of the comments made during the election. The other is the compassion. He adopted two sons. Those were his only sons. One of these being an orphan Indian boy from a major battle that he won against the Indians. But unfortunately, he died when he was 16 of tuberculosis. Um, he actually would leave all his possessions and his will to his someone that was adopted and not even his own son. And the other thing was he was very stubborn. He worked very hard to do what he saw as fit. He didn't give up. He always stood up for what he thought was the right thing. This include especially wanting to represent the poor people in American society and have a true democracy. In fact, he wanted to get rid of the electoral college altogether, and doing this using his emotion of stubbornness, he was able to beat a lot of wealthy, influential people uh, in a in a plethora of different ways. One of the main ones being to eliminate the national bank. After a brutal battle and some dirty taxes on both sides, he was actually able to eliminate the national bank. And so my conclusions on his emotions is that it either opened him up greatly for weakness and be attacked, or gave him his best advantage and helped him achieve what he wanted to get done. And in general, it worked pretty well for him. That's about it.